The morning air at Eastbridge University is brisk, but I barely notice as I weave through the crowd, clutching my textbooks and laptop bag. I'm late. Again. It feels like I'm always running behind these days, in more ways than one. Life wasn't supposed to be like this. My final year should have been the highlight of my college journey. Instead, it's become a battle just to stay afloat. The loss of my parents 3 months ago left a hole in my heart and my bank account. Tuition, rent, groceries, everything piles up, and I can feel the weight crushing me. I can't even grieve properly because all I do is work shifts at the campus cafe and try to keep my grades up. I slip into the back of the lecture hall breathless. Professor Aldridge has already started his lecture. His voice, calm, deep, and precise, fills the room. Balance sheets, he says, his sharp gaze scanning the students. At their core, they're about maintaining equilibrium. Assets must equal liabilities, always. The irony isn't lost on me. Equilibrium? My life feels anything but balanced. My assets, if I can even call them that, are practically non-existent. My liabilities? Endless. I try to focus on the lecture, scribbling notes as he breaks down examples. Professor Aldridge has a reputation for being strict, but there's something captivating about the way he speaks, the way he makes complicated concepts seem almost poetic. For a moment, I almost forget the chaos in my own life. Almost. As students file out, I linger at the back of the room. My palms are clammy and my heart races as I watch Professor Aldridge pack up his materials. Should I even ask him for help? He's the last person I'd expect to care about my problems, but he's my best shot. I take a deep breath and approach his desk. Professor Aldridge? He looks up, his expression unreadable.
Yes, Miss Evans?
I need some advice, I say, stumbling over my words. I'm struggling financially. I don't think I can finish this semester without some kind of solution. His brow furrows slightly, but his tone stays measured.
This isn't something I can address here. Make an appointment during office hours, and we'll discuss it.
I nod, grateful and nervous all at once. Thank you, Professor. As I leave, I can feel his eyes on me, but I don't dare look back. Back at my apartment, the silence is deafening. I sit at my desk, staring at the stack of bills and overdue notices. My parents used to handle all this. I never had to worry about money or survival. Not like this. Tears blur my vision as I bury my face in my hands. I miss them so much. Their warmth, their laughter, the way they always believed in me. I grab a pen and paper, trying to think of a plan. 1, get a second job. 2, sell my parents' belongings. 3, ask Professor Aldridge for help. The first 2 options feel impossible. My schedule is already packed, and selling my parents' things would feel like erasing the last pieces of them I have. That leaves option 3. I stare at the words, my stomach twisting. What if he thinks I'm pathetic? What if he says no? The next day, I stand outside Professor Aldridge's office, my heart pounding. I knock softly, and his voice calls out.
Come in.
His office is exactly what I expected. Neat, organized, with shelves of books lining the walls. He sits behind his desk, his expression as calm and collected as always. I swallow hard and step inside. Thank you for seeing me, Professor. He gestures for me to sit, folding his hands on the desk.
What's the situation, Miss Evans?
Oh, I take a deep breath and tell him everything. The tuition I can't pay, the rent I'm behind on, the part-time job that's barely enough to survive. When I finish, his gaze softens, just a fraction.
Show me the numbers. If we're going to solve this, We need to know exactly what we're dealing with.
I fumble in my bag and pull out a crumpled spreadsheet I'd put together late last night. As I hand it to him, I feel a flicker of hope. Maybe, just maybe, this is the first step toward finding balance again. As he studies the numbers, his brow furrows in thought. Finally, he looks up.
This is going to take some work, but there might be a way to help you if you're willing to think outside the box.
His words hang in the air, and I can't tell if I should feel relief or fear.